Most engines don't fail without warning. They fail after being ignored. I've seen engines destroyed at 90,000 miles, and others still running strong at 300,000. Same model, same driving style. The difference? One driver ignored a warning sign, and that mistake turned into a $6,000 to $10,000 repair. No explosion, no dramatic failure, just a small signal that slowly turned into internal damage. By the end of this video, you'll know the exact warning signs most drivers ignore, and which one almost always appears before engine failure. And near the end, I'll show you the one signal that looks harmless, but is actually the most dangerous. From minor signs to engine failure warnings. Number 9. Slight drop in fuel economy. This is where it usually begins. You notice your car using a little more fuel than usual. Nothing dramatic. Maybe 1 to 2 miles per gallon lower. What makes it different? It's not just about fuel. It's often one of the first signs of internal engine inefficiency. I've worked on engines where fuel economy dropped slowly over months, and inside piston rings were already starting to stick. Carbon buildup increases friction. Combustion becomes less efficient. Oil analysis in these cases often shows increased fuel dilution and oxidation. That means fuel is contaminating the oil, reducing lubrication quality. The drawback? It's easy to blame other things. Tires, driving habits, weather. But sometimes, it's the engine telling you something is changing internally. And the next sign is even easier to ignore. Number 8. Slight rough idle, only when warm. The engine runs fine most of the time, but at idle, especially when warm, you feel a slight vibration. Nothing severe. What makes it different? This often points to early imbalance in combustion. I've disassembled engines that had this exact symptom and found uneven carbon buildup across cylinders. Some cylinders working harder than others. Oil contamination, injector imbalance, or valve deposits can all contribute. Oil analysis sometimes shows increased soot and contaminants. But here's what most people don't realize. Rough idle is often an early sign of uneven wear. Left unchecked, it becomes misfires, then performance loss, then damage. The drawback? It's subtle. And because the car still drives fine, it gets ignored. But the next one. This is where things start to become measurable. Number 7. Engine running slightly hotter than usual. Not overheating, just a little hotter. Gauge slightly higher than normal. What makes it different? Temperature affects everything inside your engine. Oil viscosity, film strength, wear rate. I've seen engines where oil temperature increased by just 10 to 15 degrees Fahrenheit, and wear metals increased noticeably in oil analysis reports. Higher temperature accelerates oil breakdown. Additives degrade faster. Protection weakens. This is where things get serious. Because heat doesn't just affect oil. It affects seals, gaskets, and internal tolerances. The drawback. Drivers assume it's normal variation. A consistent temperature increase is not normal. And the next warning sign is one of the most misunderstood. Number 6. Darker oil, sooner than expected. You check your oil. It looks darker than usual, earlier than expected. Most people think that means it's doing its job. And yes, to a point. What makes it different? Oil darkening can also indicate contamination, not just cleaning. I've seen oil turn dark quickly in engines with fuel dilution, carbon blow-by, early ring wear. Oil analysis often confirms this with elevated contaminants. That means the oil is working harder and degrading faster. Most people don't realize clean oil doesn't stay clean forever. And when it darkens too quickly, it's often reacting to internal problems. The drawback? It looks normal, which is why it's ignored. But the next sign. This is where things start affecting sound. Number 5. Slight engine noise on cold start. This is where I start paying close attention. You start the engine in the morning and hear a brief ticking or rattling. It goes away after a few seconds. What makes it different? That sound is often delayed lubrication, oil taking longer to reach critical components. I've disassembled engines with this symptom and found early wear on camshafts and timing components. Oil analysis often shows increased metal particles, especially iron. That means non-metal contact is happening, even if only briefly. Most people don't realize. Cold starts are when most engine wear occurs, and any delay in lubrication multiplies that wear. The drawback? The noise disappears quickly, so drivers assume it's harmless. But the next sign is where internal damage starts becoming visible. Number 4, oil level drops between changes. Now we're past early signs. This is where things start costing money. You check your oil, and it's lower than expected. Not empty, not alarming, just lower. What makes it different? This isn't always a leak. It's often oil consumption. I've disassembled engines where this was the first clear warning. Piston rings beginning to wear, valve seals hardening. Oil starts entering the combustion chamber, burning quietly. Oil analysis in these cases often shows increased fuel dilution, elevated wear metals, reduced viscosity. Most people don't realize you can be losing oil internally without any visible smoke. And once oil consumption starts, it rarely goes away on its own. The drawback? You can manage it short-term by topping off, but long-term, it leads to carbon buildup and reduced compression. And the next sign? This is where performance starts to drop. Number 3, noticeable power loss under load. The car still drives, but under acceleration, something feels off. Less power, slower response. What makes it different? This usually means the engine is no longer operating efficiently. I've opened engines with this symptom and found carbon-heavy piston tops, restricted airflow, reduced compression, oil breakdown and contamination often play a role. Poor lubrication increases friction. That reduces power output. Oil analysis often confirms higher oxidation and contamination levels. This is where things get serious, because now the engine isn't just wearing, it's struggling. The drawback? Drivers adapt. They press the pedal harder, and that increases stress, accelerating damage. Number 2, burning oil smell or light smoke. This is one of the clearest warning signs. You smell oil after driving. Maybe see faint smoke. What makes it different? Oil is reaching places it shouldn't, either leaking externally onto hot surfaces or burning internally. I've worked on engines where this smell was ignored for months. Inside, oil passages were restricted, carbon buildup was severe, oil control rings stuck, compression dropped. Oil analysis often shows high contamination and degradation. But here's what shocked me. Some of these engines never showed a warning light. No check engine light, no oil pressure alert, just a smell. Most people don't realize, by the time you smell burning oil, damage is already happening. The drawback? It's easy to ignore, especially if it comes and goes. But the next sign? This is the one most drivers misunderstand completely. Number 1, intermittent oil pressure fluctuation, the silent warning before failure. This is the most dangerous warning sign because it doesn't stay on. You might see the oil light flicker briefly or notice slight fluctuations in oil pressure. Then it disappears. What makes it different? This means oil pressure is becoming unstable. Not gone, unstable. I've disassembled engines where this was the last warning before failure. And inside, the damage was already advanced. Worn bearings, sludge buildup restricting oil flow, oil pump struggling to maintain pressure. Oil analysis in these cases often shows high wear metals, severe oxidation, thickened oil from contamination. This is where things get serious, because oil pressure isn't just a number, it's what keeps metal parts separated. And once pressure becomes inconsistent, metal starts touching metal. The drawback? It's intermittent, so drivers ignore it, until one day, it doesn't come back. The warning signs weren't ignored. They were misunderstood. Here's what most people think. If the car still runs, it's fine. That's the mistake. Because engines don't fail suddenly. They fail after operating in a damaged state for too long. I've disassembled engines that showed every warning we talked about, and the owner didn't ignore them. They noticed them, but they made one critical mistake. They treated symptoms, not the cause. Mistake number 1, delaying oil changes because it still looks fine. This is one of the most common habits. Drivers check the oil. It doesn't look terrible, so they wait. But here's what oil analysis has shown. Oil condition cannot be judged by color alone. I've seen oil that looked acceptable, but lab reports showed Additives depleted. High oxidation levels. Increased wear metals. That means protection was already reduced. I've opened engines where oil change intervals were extended just a little too far. And inside, wear patterns were already developing. Camshaft scoring. Bearing wear starting early. Most people don't realize oil doesn't fail suddenly. It gradually loses its ability to protect. Mistake number 2. Trusting the oil life monitor too much. Modern cars calculate oil life, and that's helpful, but it's not perfect. What makes it different? It estimates oil condition based on driving patterns. It does not directly measure oil chemistry. I've seen engines where the oil life monitor still showed 30%, but oil analysis showed significant degradation. Short trips, cold starts, heavy traffic. These conditions accelerate oil breakdown, but the system doesn't always capture that accurately. This is where things get serious, because drivers trust the number instead of the condition. Mistake number 3, ignoring small changes because there's no warning light. No light, no problem. That's how most people think. But here's the reality. Warning lights are designed to alert you when something is already wrong, not when it's starting. I've seen engines with a slight noise, minor temperature increase, small oil loss, no warning lights, but internally, damage had already begun. Oil analysis often confirms early wear before any dashboard alert appears. Most people don't realize, by the time a warning light turns on, you're already in the damage zone. Mistake number 4. Using the wrong oil for your driving conditions. This is the one most drivers never question. They use exactly what the manual says. And that's not always wrong, but it's not always optimal. Manufacturers often recommend oil based on fuel economy, emissions, standard driving conditions, not extreme use. I've disassembled engines used in hot climates, heavy traffic, towing conditions, and found increased wear with thinner oils. Oil analysis often shows reduced film strength under heat. That means less protection under stress. Most people don't realize the same engine can require different oil depending on how it's used. Mistake number 5, switching to fixes instead of diagnosing the cause. This is where everything goes wrong. Instead of investigating the warning signs, drivers try quick fixes, additives, thicker oil, temporary solutions, and sometimes it feels like it works. But here's what I've seen inside engines after these fixes: clogged oil passages, inconsistent lubrication, increased deposits, oil flow becomes restricted. And once that happens, damage accelerates. This is where a manageable problem becomes a failure. What actually prevents engine failure? After years of working on engines, here's what actually works. Pay attention to small changes. Check oil level regularly. Change oil based on real conditions, not just intervals. Use the correct oil specification, not just brand. Investigate symptoms early, don't mask them. That's it. Simple habits. But they make the difference between a 100,000-mile engine and a 300,000-mile engine. Final warning: every engine that fails gives warnings first. The problem is, most of those warnings don't feel urgent, so they get ignored or misunderstood, and that's how small issues turn into major repairs. If you've watched this far, you now know what most drivers miss. But there's one more thing almost no one checks. Even when they do everything right, it's a simple habit that can prevent up to 80% of early engine wear. I broke that down in the next video. Click here to watch it before your engine becomes the next expensive lesson.